Hello everybody, welcome to a very special episode of the 442 Dudes. Now today we're going to be focusing on the FA Cup final and we're very excited because we have a special guest, and not just any special guest today, but it's our very first guest, and his name is none other than Ben.
Hey, hello, not me.
A clash of footballing titans. A rivalry steeped in history and passion. It's the FA Cup final. And in this hallowed arena, Manchester United and Manchester City stand face to face, ready to etch their names in eternity. The stage is set, the atmosphere electric, as the giants of Manchester football prepare to unleash a symphony of skill, determination, and sheer willpower. The red and blue armies, united by their unwavering love for their respective clubs, have journeyed far and wide to witness this epic showdown. Will United's resilience prevail, or will City's relentless attacking force conquer all? As hearts pound, nerves fray, and emotions run wild, who will emerge victorious and claim the coveted FA Cup trophy? The answer lies in the crucible of destiny, where legends are born and dreams become reality. Brace yourselves, for this is the ultimate battle of Manchester pride. Manchester City versus Manchester United, head to head.
Welcome back to another episode of 442 Dudes. And today, as we said last episode, that we have an exclusive one today, and it's all about what, John? What is it all about today?
It's the FA Cup final between Manchester City versus...
Don't understand what's happening.
I don't know who the
But
other
before we
teams
go
are.
there, John, today we have
Yes.
something special. Usually we have a ball in the middle. Today we have something a bit bigger than a ball.
The ball has evolved.
The ball has evolved.
Yes.
And the ball is wearing a United shirt.
And the ball has grown some hair.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the other Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hello. Glory, Man United. Come on, guys.
bullshit
the-
lah,
come on,
what
guys.
the
What the?
I'm pretty sure your ball was always United ball. Okay, so okay.
Okay. I mean, wow. Firstly, we got Ben, the other Ben, in the United jersey, and then we have John. Don't know what jersey you're wearing, but you know,
What jersey?
wrong-
This is called a Liverpool jersey.
wrong
You're wearing
jersey
his
today.
pajamas, sorry.
Yeah.
Pajamas, oi.
Pajamas. Yeah.
So today we're gonna get their perspective, lah. I mean, I'm gonna be a referee because we're gonna hear
Why?
one from the City point of view because he's ABU, anything but United, and then we have everyone who is United but everything.
Why is he having the City point of view? He's wearing the Liverpool jersey.
I also want to know.
I just can't bring myself to wear a City jersey lah. But anyway, between City and United, obviously I hate United more, so I need to show my support for Liverpool. So I mean, if I have a chance to whack United, why not, right? Obviously I need to wear my Liverpool jersey to whack United. Come on, man. But before we go there, right, why are you a referee today, Ben? I mean, the other Bota, Ben.
I mean, it's a very simple. In case they're wondering my Bota, well, I think they're looking at my balls all the time. That's why. But in any case, here's where we go. Speaking of balls, as the referee for today,
Wow.
we're gonna make sure that they don't oversell the club because we got one from the United point of view, and then we got the other. Well, not Liverpool, but still City's point of view. And therefore, if they talk too much, must give them the red card, lah. Okay, so that's why I come in.
What if you talk too much?
No, wouldn't. That's why I'm gonna moderate
Okay.
because as the referee, I will say what is fair.
Okay.
All right.
No, it's never fair. No,
Correct, lah. That is true, lah.
At least for English referees, they're never fair, lah.
By the way, speaking of referee, I
Yes.
think referee later we'll talk about the referee later. So while everyone's gonna talk about a club, I'm gonna focus on the referee.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool,
Anyway,
cool.
so how do we get yellow card? But red card, I know. How do we get yellow card?
I don't know. I think we'll just give show the yellow card for fun.
See, this referee don't even know what to do. Don't even know how he's going to go.
Why? Oh, okay, then now yellow card for you.
Why?
You're saying that the referee doesn't know what to do. Shh. Cannot question the
okay.
referee.
Thank you. Now I know how to get yellow card.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That was all part of the plan scheme.
Okay, yeah.
Ah.
I'm just trying to reveal things. Okay, thank you.
So, Ref, since you're the moderator, what are you going to start with?
Well, okay, so since we're going into the finals,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and of course you're going to clamor for your own club to win. I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Not my club, but yeah.
But, not your club. But still, you have a club that you support today.
Sorry,
right?
sorry.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Yeah,
help
of course. You have to say
It's
it.
just a nothing but
Yeah,
United.
yeah. Correct.
ABU.
I mean, that's why it's
No,
wearing
anything
the,
but United, sorry.
the
Yes.
Liverpool
nothing.
thing. Yeah. But we're going to start with in the defense of your teams that you're supporting this, well, for this FA Cup. Let's talk about the defense. And let's start with City first, since you're so sure that United can't penetrate, is it? I don't know. We just want to hear from you. From the defense point of view.
What defense are you talking about?
From Man City.
As in the tactical point of view, or
I mean, from your point of view, can City actually hold off United's offensive play?
Of course. What are you talking about? Was there ever in doubt?
Oh.
I mean, think about it, right?
Okay.
City has. I mean, just to give you some perspective or some stats.
Okay.
City has been in this competition. They played 5 games this season.
Mm-mm.
And they have yet to concede a single goal.
Right.
Yes, and they're the highest scorers in this season. They've scored 17 goals.
Okay.
What makes you think that United is not going to concede?
Wow.
And what makes you think that United is going to score?
And Afroban, what do you think?
Well,
See, he's speechless.
No.
okay. No, I come in. I'll be honest first.
Okay.
We all know the strength of City,
Mhm.
right? But not just this season, but many seasons. We just know they paid their way to the top. Fine, okay. But if there's any team to stop any like high performing English team, it's Manchester United. You know,
Wow.
you know, from the days of like, you know, the Arsenal invincibles until, you know, my ass, right? And then now, same thing for Manchester City, right? You know, it's always the case where I don't think it's just going to be, I think they have more to lose. Okay, so the fire burning in the United players will be even stronger because the City they want to have the treble. They want to win the treble.
Mm.
It's all the pressure now. It's all the pressure.
Wow.
So, and they were stressed out about Champions League. Okay, so if we go psychological, I'll say that they have more to lose and they'll be more stressed out than the Manchester United players, and Man U just going to go out there and have some fun.
Wow.
That's what I feel.
Go out there and some fun.
Yeah, no, if I was Ten Hag, I would say go out there and let's whack these buggers and have some fun.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
bring back
yeah.
the trophy as well.
Yeah, because
Wow.
we already have at least one. It's a small trophy, right? Whatever, but we have a trophy. We've got Champions League. Now, almost the final game of the season. Whack, man, have some fun. Be united.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel.
yeah,
You know, so I'm not too
Okay.
worried about. Yeah.
If there was a green card, I would have given you a green card for
Hey.
that.
Wow.
Referee approved that. Okay, so now that we've talked about the defense, and I think interestingly enough, both of you mentioned them winning something. You know, it's the EPL champions up against the EFL Cup champions. Very rightly said. Then early on, you talked about the route to the final. You know, I'm just going to say. So John, you're right. City did demolish every
I'm
cup
usually
that they
right.
face. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, what were you saying? I didn't hear.
Well, see, this is what happened when I don't hear. See, like, typical Liverpool fan. Don't listen. Don't listen.
you
Liverpool
praise him
fan.
only his head.
Exactly. What is going on? Typical Liverpool, you know. Liverpool. Okay, anyway.
don't wrap up. What's the question?
So going on. See, stop interrupting. So going on. Don't interrupt the referee. Red card, by the way. So City demolished their way. So every club that they face, they kind of demolished them all the way, except for Arsenal's 1-0. But for United now, I'm putting a defense here for United. Okay. Now the stats have shown that as long as you score a goal against United, whether it's the 3rd round, the 4th round, the 5th round, against Everton, 1 goal scored against United, 3-1. Against Reading, 1 goal scored against Man United, 3-1. Against West Ham, 1 goal scored against United, 3-1.
I never knew that.
Against Fulham, 1 goal scored against United, 3-1. Brighton, on the other hand, didn't score, so 0-0. Then they went to the penalty. So perhaps this is where I'm not going to agree, but I'm going to just touch on Ben's point of view. Okay, what if City scored 1 goal and United decides to go 3-1? That could be a possibility. Okay, I'm not siding. I'm just pulling out stats here as well.
Okay.
So it's very interesting to see from both points of view about the defense here. And now we're going to go to Ben. Now, City has this very interesting formation that they have been playing, and this is something that John over here, our dear friend, has been very happy about, very enthusiastic about the formation, which is the 3-2-4-1 formation. Now, how do you think United can stand a chance to sort of limit City in that aspect?
Yeah, like I say, you know, there's not many tactics I think we can fight against City just because of the quality of the players.
Yeah.
Right. So, like I said, I think what I would want to see as a United fan is more of like the pressing.
Okay.
The pressing is like giving to City, giving it to them. You know, we know that they have a very good midfield, very good passes. Haaland is on fire. I mean, who doesn't want to have Haaland on a team right now? You know, anything he touches, you just know.
Yeah.
As long as he has the ball in the 6-yard box, you're like, oh no, that's it. Right?
Yeah,
I agree.
So I think it's about giving the what City did to Real Madrid. You know, just going at them, and it's that pressing, the every Ten Hag pressing. Yeah. So
What is the Eric Ten Hag pressing?
No, pressure.
Okay.
Every player is working together in a formation to pressure every whoever has the ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, of course, with the right players, lah. Yeah.
So you mentioned right players, right? So who do you think are the right players for United in this game to counter City's formation?
Yeah, the crucial players.
The number one on the list, you have to have Casemiro first.
Okay.
Because he is a steady Brazilian man. Okay, no fear. He doesn't have fear in his eyes, you know. Right,
Except when he got red carded against. Okay, sorry.
No, he had no fear before the red card, lah.
Okay.
That's why he got the red card. That's why he got the red card, lah. But see, it also proves that, you know, in the Spanish league, right? The referees are.
Yeah.
Probably he's supposed to have many red cards in. Imagine he did that. He came to the English league. He's like, but in Spain I can do that.
Different culture. Yes.
Could be, not wrong.
Yeah, so that's number one. And then I'll say Bruno Fernandes because of he may not always have the best games, but he
Okay,
always
okay.
shows up somehow. He'll show up. And of course Rashford on fire this season. We need him, we need him to at least show up, lah. You know.
Okay. 3.
If I had to choose top 3,
Wow.
top 3, lah. You know, it's
Not Maguire.
Maguire, top 1 of the bottom, right? So
Of course.
So I just want to dive in here, man. So as a United fan, you think Maguire is the top from the bottom among all the players?
I mean, like, you know, for a period of time, I'm wondering why people was calling him a fridge. Okay. But now I understand.
Right.
Alright. It's not because he's like cold-hearted when he defends, man. It's just because he moves so slow. But like I said, although that said, as a United fan, right, I still have to put in some words, that hey, okay, you know, he has his moments also where he's a great defender. Yes, just I probably won't put him on against City lah.
and then we go to John out now. John,
Yes.
what do you think will be that vital thing that City has to do to neutralize United, especially with the likes of I think early on Afroben said about Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro. So what do you think is City's point of view then with this 3-2-4-1, which you, by the way, through a lot of the previous episodes mentioned this is such a wonder formation.
Yeah, so just to jog your memory a little bit, I think the previous episodes I mentioned about, I think episode 5 or 6 I mentioned about, I think Pep has kind of influenced a new formation, which I think will be trending. And I think after that, I think 2 or 3 weeks later, you started to see Arsenal doing the same thing, you started to see Klopp doing the same thing, and also that's the reason why Trent has started to, he ended the season on a very, very high note. He's the defender with the highest number of assists, by the way, just to let you know. After the change, I need to give credit where credit is due, right? Yes. So 3-2-4-1 is just 3-2-4-1 is what they show on paper. So they start with the formation, but depending on how the game goes, whether it's attack, whether it's defense, they will change the formation a little bit. So when they are defending, it comes to a 4-1-4-1. So Stones usually play in the second DM role, will drop back to center defense, right? Or he'll go back to right back, depending on who's playing. If Akanji is there, it might be, or Walker is there, then Stones will go into centre back. If Akanji is not there, he'll interchange with Akanji between right back and centre back. So it depends on who the personnel is, right? So that's when they are defending. But when they're attacking, they go into a 3-1-4-2 formation. So instead of 2 DMs, they become just 1. It will either be Stones or Rodri. Then the other DM will push up further up into the midfield, and whichever the other midfielder is there will then push up to support Haaland. So that ends up with a top 2. So depending on where they are, it's very, very fluid, it's very flexible. And because of the strength and depth of City's team, right? You mentioned about the key players being Bruno and Casemiro. So obviously United's midfield are strong. They're probably the strongest part of the team. I mean, let's not forget Eriksen as well. Eriksen is also a fantastic player, correct? But do they have enough in the tank to ward off the attacks of Rodri, KDB, Gundogan? And don't forget, Stones now is also acting as a backup. Mahrez comes in to help. Grealish comes in to help. I don't see Rashford doing that for United that much. He's only staying on top, right? Bernardo Silva sometimes plays in the centre of midfield, right? So the strength and depth of City's team, I think it will be too much for United. But I have to say though, there's one thing I need to agree. I mean, I just don't want to be always bashing and everything.
Of course,
right?
And
but
what would
I think
be?
To be honest, if United will stand any form of chance against City, it really depends on whether Bruno turns up.
Okay,
in my opinion, not so much Casemiro, but I think Bruno.
So you're more on Bruno.
If Bruno turns up, I think he can do something.
Okay,
because of the chemistry that he has with Rashford, depending on who's playing on the right.
Okay,
right. If Bruno turns up, I think there might be a chance for United. But Bruno, as we all know, is prone to whining, diving for no bloody
I knew we
reason
were
and
going
all these sort of
somewhere.
things.
I knew we were going
so
somewhere.
it depends. So if he can remain calm,
Okay.
keep his temperament in check,
Yep.
maybe United will have a chance to score one goal.
But you're not saying they'll win.
No, I'm still going to City win.
Okay. And Ben, what about you? What do you have to say to that?
No, so I'm going to bring back to his first point, right?
Okay.
You say, what makes you think that United are not going to
Yeah,
concede? Well,
yeah.
they probably want to concede so they can win.
Yeah,
Because, because if it's
It's not
if
by
we don't
default, though, by the way.
If we don't concede, it's a 0-0. We go to penalties. Boring, right? So the one that, right? So
That is true.
it seems like United is one of those teams that they rather work under pressure, lah. So
Oh.
we let them score, then we wake up.
Okay.
Then we wake up idea.
So you think United work well under pressure? Really?
No, I don't know. It's like it seems like that way, right?
Yeah,
For
it
the
seems
FA
that
Cup,
way so far.
Right? It's like
That's
we
when-
concede
when-
the first goal. Then like, what the fish are we doing, guys? Let's get out,
Yeah.
Then suddenly, hey, wow, 3-1.
That's only if Maguire's not playing, lah.
Well, I mean,
Well,
it's just
So do you think
Why,
Maguire is
but-
going to start?
No, he won't start. But if he starts and he scores the goal, I tell you, he'll be a legend this season.
Oh, he'll be a freaking
If
legend.
he starts and he scores the winner, imagine everything he's done since his
Yeah.
screw up in Greece many years ago. Can you imagine the headlines? Like everyone, United fans will be so confused.
Yeah.
We won't celebrate, but so like we've been shitting on this guy the whole season, man.
And if anything, I think that reminds me of another player
What?
in United, Fred. I think Fred had the same thing, and
Fred.
after which it just changed for him.
But Fred has improved so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Under Ten Hag, right? He's improved so much. It's like, yeah, because I think he's being played in the proper role he's supposed to be played, not a defensive mid. Last time.
Okay, I'll tend to agree on that.
Yeah, you used to have a small guy playing defensive mid. Like,
Yeah.
he was being bullied, but then now he's like in his more midfield, front
Attacking
role.
midfield role,
And he's
penetrating.
like free-reigning and he's having fun. You can see the fun in his face.
Okay,
And
yeah, I agree.
Although I will not start Fred for
Yeah.
City, I think it's something up Ten Hag's sleeve.
And he still has a key role to play in the finals.
Yeah, I think it's something up his sleeve. Ten Hag will suddenly play him, and somehow he will flourish. That's what I feel about Fred. He's very random that way. Yeah.
So is he always blows hot and cold in a sense?
Yeah, but more.
But is he a
now-
big game player? Because it's a very big game. It's the
Actually-
first Manchester derby in the whole history of the FA
Actually, he
Cup.
is, Actually, in all the big games, if he comes on, whether it's a sub or something, he will perform.
So so in your words,
Yeah.
you think Fred is a big game player?
Yes, I think he will be a super sub.
Oh.
I think he's a super sub.
Wow.
Oh,
It will
okay.
be unexpected from the City players. Yeah.
No, the touching on you. I think what the Botak Ben mentioned,
Yeah.
right? That Maguire might. Oh, was it you? Sorry, I can't remember. There's too many things. Can I just call you different names? Can I call you Ref? Can I call you Fellaini, please? For
Even
whatever
works.
reasons.
Yeah.
It's just a bit confusing. I'm sorry. So where was he? Where was I? Maguire.
Yeah,
Yes.
you think Maguire.
You mentioned Maguire, right? If he can come on and score the winning goal, and he'll become a freaking legend and all those things. But the question is, this is potentially his last game for United. So do you think Ten Hag will want to play him in some capacity by starting
that's a
him?
very good
Because
question.
don't forget, he is still the current captain of Manchester United. This is the biggest game of the season in Manchester United's view. It is the first Manchester derby. He is the captain. If he's not going to start, then what does he make of this captain?
Yeah, but that's true. Like you said, I think that's something the manager will think about, right? Oh, he's
Yes.
potentially his last game. He's the captain, blah blah blah, and then he's English, And do I play him? It's such a big game, so important, right? Like if you don't,
That's right.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I think we'll get to see that what happens. But I really have can't say anything about it. It's like very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because even let's say you're as a team, right? Even if you're up against City 1-0, 2-0, would you still play him because of
I would.
because of the danger of what he has done, the mistakes, right?
He brings entertainment to the game. That's all we're get about, right?
What the?
Yeah. I mean, I know it's the FA Cup, but you don't want to see that fuck up when he comes in. Okay, so yeah.
Sorry, I AV you lah. I didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
think the Liverpool jersey.
it's
right?
very clear. It's very clear. But I think before we go on to
Yes.
more into the game, we're going to go for a short break. Okay? Very quick break, but we'll find out more about our thoughts on the game. But we'll go for a quick break and we'll see you. Don't forget to subscribe. I think that's very important as well.
Yes.
Because we are the 442 Dudes. And today we've got a special person also, so don't forget about Ben as well. Yes, Afro Ben. Dudes. That dude. 442
Dudes.
And welcome back. This is the 442 special episode, and we are once again the 442 Dudes. And for some reason, if you skip all the way to this part, we have a special guest today, and we got another band in the house. There we go. Bye-bye.
What's up? What's up?
So earlier on, we before we went for the break, we
Yes.
talked about the feel, about what's going on in the field and how it may impact the game of the performance of their respective clubs that they are supporting for this FA Cup final. But now we want to talk about the external factors, because the football is a football, but without the fans, you don't have the atmosphere. So we're going to go now to the external factors. What do you guys think will be the important thing that will bring your club even further to the trophy? Maybe Ben, you want to start first?
Oh, just a recap on the first
Yeah.
part where I said, right, is the fire in United, I think, will be
Wow.
more.
Okay.
Because, City is under pressure.
Yes.
Right? They want to win the treble.
Okay.
They have Champions League coming up. Then they have to play this game. It's against the biggest rivals in England. So they have so much to think about, right? Okay.
Whoa. Sorry. I need to cut you there. What, biggest rivals? Manchester City? Sorry, man. No, we are your biggest rivals.
No, but you're too far down the table to see. Okay, so I told you if you have to, when United looks up, they were like, okay, my biggest rivals, the
Right.
bastards up there, right? Then we look down,
okay.
Yeah.
sorry, and then someone to reach you must still go through Newcastle and everything. So
Holy
it's very hard
cow.
on the table.
Yeah, okay.
So so back to Manchester City.
You look up to him, right, for saying rubbish, right? Speaking rubbish, right? Correct or not?
Actually, it was to Liverpool, but never mind.
Sorry, Timothy. Okay, carry
Sorry,
on.
this is top of the table talk. Okay, so then we.
Wait, sorry. Just so you know, right? This bloody referee is a fan of Chelsea.
Which is okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, today he's the referee.
Yeah, today I'm referee.
Oh, so that's why you started neutral, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow! So now it's now all the anti-Liverpool fan club. Okay.
Yeah, like just happy. This is the match in London.
Yeah,
Closer to Chelsea.
Yeah, correct. It's closer to Chelsea. He's right.
But yeah, so that's what I feel. I feel if I'm a United player, I'll be like, you know what, guys, I really end of the season, FA Cup against the biggest. Let's go there. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Let's try to stop them.
Okay.
I think there's always more fight for somebody trying to stop another from a team trying to stop another team from winning something. Right.
Wow.
So yeah, that's why I feel. City have a lot to play against. Okay, it's that passion, the fire.
Okay. And Mr. Liverbird, who's supporting City, what are your thoughts then?
You're talking about fans, is it?
No, I mean external factors. What do you think? External factors. How do you think that City now? Because he talked about United and how they're going to go out there for the glory, and it's all about the fun there. Now, how do you think City, on the other hand, will do? I mean, do you think fans will contribute?
I think fans will definitely contribute, no matter how little fans City has. But I mean, they're known as empty heart, right?
Empty heart.
Their trophy parade, the Premier League. There were comments online that it's Photoshop, kind of stuff.
There was even a pizza brand that came in. But okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah.
So fans, I think the fans will still have the pride. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Manchester derby. But in terms of you mentioned about pressure, they want to win. They are going for the treble and all. They might be having the Champions League on their minds and all. But I just want to remind everybody: the current City team are a team of winners.
Okay,
right? They are used to winning. They are used to being in this position. So to them, this is not pressure. Right. To them, this is business as usual.
Okay.
And it's about high time. You mentioned about the fire, United players, they want to end the season on a high. I think the same goes for the City players. I think as a team of winners, as a team of go-getters, and this is Pep's number 4th, 5th, 6th season. I don't think it's going to last that long anymore. So I think he bought Haaland for a reason, right? Is to win the treble and obviously want to win it all. Correct? So I think that City will give it their all. So, just now we talk a little bit about team and everything. City has been starting a second string team, or rather a FA Cup team for that matter, right? Stefan Ortega's in goal, Sergio Gomez played, Rico Lewis has played a lot, Calvin Phillips also has been featured quite a number of times in the FA Cups this season. But I think for this particular final, I think he's going to go all out and play his first team. Because Pep doesn't strike me as a sentimental person.
Okay.
Right? He's a business person. And because of the prestige, I would say, or the stature of winning the treble, I think he'll go all out. And that's the reason why I don't think they need the pressure. Rather, I think it's the motivation.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So we're hearing from two different camps. From the United side of things, it's all about just going out there, have fun, get that glory, And from the City point of view, it's about finally clinching that treble. I mean, after so long, since an English club did that. So we're going to dive a little bit to the stats now because for those of you who don't know, apparently Pep and Erik ten Hag go a little bit way back. But before I go into that, firstly, something very interesting, I would say, just to steal John's favorite word, interesting. First up, under our dear friend Pep.
Yes.
Former players that played with for him, Xabi, for example, Barca, who Xabi is a manager for. They won the La Liga this year. Company, who is also a former player under Pep. He won it with Burnley as well for this year. Arteta, on the other hand, didn't win anything, but came in second in EPL. So far his students are doing not too bad.
Okay.
Then, if you remember, he was actually in Bayern Munich.
Yes.
This Pep, and in Bayern Munich, he was also with Erik ten Hag.
No way.
Yeah. So Erik ten Hag was also assisting Pep at Bayern Munich. Now, Now, I think
Really?
Now I think I think there's actually a picture of two botak together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
actually together at Bayern Munich. So here comes the fun fact. Now, as a referee, I think that it's going to be, you talk about the fan base, you talk about how they're going to go for the glory.
Yes.
I think maybe they both have different motivation, I feel.
Okay.
I feel that Pep is going to solidify, going to find his ways. I'm agreeing with Ben here. I'm agreeing with you as well. I think he's going to solidify and have fun. Okay, have fun solidifying that status of his, because he realized that everyone's always comparing him, with SAF, Sir Alex Ferguson, by the way, that he did it with the treble. Then he goes, I also going to do it with the treble, and you do it with United, I will do it with City. I feel Erik ten Hag, on the other hand, he comes into United, first year in charge, got United back to the top 4, got everything stabilized, and it shows, he's not one to be messed around. You don't fuck with him because he'll drop you. Case in point, Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay? So, Erik ten Hag, in my opinion, when he came in to assist Pep at Bayern Munich, he said, the reason why I decided to assist Pep in Bayern Munich was because I wanted to look at how he runs things. I admire for what he does in terms of the footballing world and how he does his tactics. And therefore, I believe Ten Hag has the upper hand. Why? He's going to show a great ability to adapt his tactics and formation, based on the strengths and weaknesses of United. Okay, so he's going to know what United's flaw are, but he's also going to know the strengths of United. Okay, because very importantly as well, he has a big mentor. And he, Wei Paise, not afraid to say, by the way, he likes to confer with Sir Alex Ferguson. He likes to make sure that things are getting aligned. Therefore, I think, Erik ten Hag. Now, I'm not siding, I'm just saying both of them. Erik ten Hag was going to show, because they did it when they got thrashed by Man City last year. This year, they decided, let's turn things around, and they won against City. And now, I think that's where Erik ten Hag is going to be showing his tactical adaptability. I believe he's got knowledge of Pep's tactics. And lastly, I think that's where motivation and surprise element. So I think that's Ten Hag's view. Hold on now.
Okay.
Now, I think Pep, on the other hand, is going to show, I have done what I can. You guys are saying, you know what? No one won the treble. I'm going to show you now. The blue side of things are going to win the treble. At the same time, he is going to prove, very importantly, that when he bought Haaland, and this is where I agree with John, when he bought Haaland, it wasn't to just win one cup, it wasn't to win two, it was to win a treble. And very importantly as well, I believe, Pep has to prove something. He wants to solidify himself at the very top, and that's what I agree, in terms of being at the top. And now people wouldn't say SAF, they would just go Pep. And therefore, that's why you give, no pun intended, a pep talk to your team. Sorry, I just had to add that in.
Good one.
Which after saying the stats, I mean my view on both.
Yes, okay.
I'm going to ask now the two of you, and anyone can just open.
Okay.
Who do you think has to lose? Who do you think has the bigger thing to lose? In terms of your team.
Bigger thing than Man City.
I mean, both of you. Who do you think has the most to lose? If you don't win this, who do you think has the most to lose?
Man City.
Man City.
Yeah, Man City has the most to lose.
Straight away, you're going with Man City.
Yeah, they have the most to lose because they paid for it, right? So if you pay for something,
They paid for it. Okay, I'm gonna agree with you here. Then
if you paid, so
Okay.
the amount of investment they had, everything, and then
Wow.
you don't win this, You know,
Okay.
that's more like the.
So you think then
bunch of-
City has is the bigger side to lose?
Yeah.
And John,
definitely,
what about you?
definitely.
I'm going to just phrase my answer differently.
Okay.
If I may just rephrase your question, right?
Okay.
I think who has a bigger thing to lose? I
Yeah.
think we mentioned it, we covered it, but maybe if I were to answer the question of what would probably be the causes
Yeah.
of either team losing, right? I think from City's perspective, it would really be Pep being sentimental
Okay.
and starting his FA Cup team. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Right. But from United's perspective, I think, as I mentioned earlier, is whether Bruno turns up and whether he's able to keep calm. Because if I'm Pep, I would, one of the things, because Pep is his attention to detail, everybody knows, right? So I would definitely wind Bruno up. I would
Wow.
definitely wind him up. I'll push him, I'll pinch him, I'll kick him, I'll shout profanities in his face. I'll just do everything I can just to stop him playing.
Okay.
Right? Because, like it or not, as he mentioned, like Fanelli mentioned, Bruno is a very, very key cog of the United team. So if I'm going to remove one key cog, it makes things easier for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my thing.
So that's your
Yeah,
view
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Okay. Now, what other external factors do you believe that can contribute? Because now I'm talking about, firstly, the timing has changed because they decided to shift it earlier because the fans have to travel here and there, and very importantly, both clubs actually supported this idea and they worked with the association to sort of cater buses and all. So do you think that will play a factor in terms of timing? Could that be a factor? And also, very importantly, when the game is being played, do you think that the noises do matter? Because some people are saying that they always call them the 12th man, correct? So do you think that in this final, first ever Manchester derby for FA Cup final, now do you think that noise matters to the club?
To be honest, I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's it's the final.
Yeah.
And we know it's almost going to be an even number of supporters.
Wow.
Right. So it's going to be noisy.
Even
both
number?
ways.
No matter what.
Yeah, it's going to be noisy
Yeah.
nonetheless. And things that sometimes it's so noisy you can't even hear who is who,
Wow.
which is what, right? You can hear, yeah, it's a fact. Because you're not
Right.
in anyone's
Right.
home ground. You're not in anyone's home ground, you're in Wembley. Alright, so that's neutral ground. So
Yeah.
that's why it makes it more fun. It's
Okay.
fair. It's
Oh.
fair
Wow.
play. You're not at Old Trafford. Right,
No,
you're
the
not
Empty
in-
Heart
yeah, the
Stadium.
Empty Heart Stadium, yeah.
Oh,
which-
definitely not the
yeah.
empty heart.
Yeah, so it's fair play. And
Okay.
that's why and I think every fan will be screaming their hearts out, and it'll be a balance in terms
Wow.
of the
Really?
12 men from both sides will be a
Okay,
balance.
then we're going to go jump straight to John because John has something different now. I can feel it.
I would think it will make a big difference though, because
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the history of the clubs, right?
Yeah.
Or if you look at the global reach that each club has,
Okay.
I mean, United wins hands down.
Okay.
If you're comparing United and City,
Okay.
right? United win hands down. I mean, it's not. I think it's not just about the fans in the stadium, but maybe as from the players' minds, right? You know that as you go into this game, as you step onto the pitch,
Yeah.
right? This is the first ever Manchester derby. Maybe for someone like Rashford, it holds even more significance, right? Knowing not just the people in the stadium, but people at home watching on their screens, not just in England, but all around the world. I don't know. Maybe they might be thinking about that. Like, I
Okay.
need to give it my all. Yes, why? It's not just about my pride, but because of the people that supports me, right? So maybe from that perspective, knowing that the reach that United has globally, as compared to City, they might give them even more motivation for the Man United players.
Okay.
Whereas for in City's case, I think it's time for them to cement their stature, because despite them winning, season of season to the
Yeah.
point where the EPL is now called the Farmers League, right? All right.
Yeah.
So I think they want to cement the status, and as you mentioned, right, Pep also wants to make sure that he's the most talked about manager. He wants to overtake SAF. So that might be on their minds. So all this. So the fans will definitely play a big part of this because of the they want to increase their fan base. City, I'm sure that is in their minds, right? So by doing this, by winning this, and on the way to winning the Champions League, if they win the treble, I can pretty much guarantee that their fan base will grow tremendously.
Exponentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, we hear now your views on in terms of the fans
Yeah.
attendance. Will that make an impact? Now we go dive a little bit more closer to the heart, actually closer to the screen. That's because I've been holding the card all the time. Now we're
Yes.
going to talk about the referee.
Yes,
we're going to talk
finally.
about the officials now. Now, according, and this has been
Don't ask me,
confirmed, Paul Tierney is confirmed to be the referee for this Manchester derby and in this well received FA Cup final. Now, fun fact, he has refereed 2 games at Wembley. It was the 2019 EFL Championship Playoff Final and as well as very recently the 2021 EFL Cup final. But again, he has never been a referee in a Manchester derby.
Never ever.
Never ever.
Oh,
Now here comes the fun
wow.
fact. He is the only Premier League referee to have officiated all sides in a game. So that means in every of the club, they have seen the referee lah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's the only one.
Well, according to what I saw.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Not bad
now here comes something, okay, that I'm gonna hear, okay, from the both of you.
Don't ask me.
I'm already expecting that. But let's go. Very recently there was a controversial issue with Paul Tierney. He had to confirm. He had to confirm. Yeah, issue. He had to confirm. Yeah. It is issue. It is issue. Yeah. By the way, they're always mocking my pronunciation.
I know.
It is issue.
I don't
Okay.
find it interesting.
But anyway.
Oh, it's
anyway.
you, okay.
Yeah, it's you.
It's him,
Yeah,
okay,
it's you.
yeah.
That's right.
Wow, good catch.
It's a good catch, yeah.
That's nice.
Okay. So anyway, so Paul Tierney had to come out. Not come out of the closet, by the way. He had to come out and insist he does not support United or City ahead of the FA Cup final. But do you know why he had to come out and say that?
Why?
Because apparently there were too many criticism from the Liverpool supporters. And that is because
I've never heard about it.
and
I've never read it.
And so therefore he had to come out and say that. Yeah.
He supports vegan, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, lah, that's why he says that.
Vegan is in and around the area, right? Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
I just want to
yeah,
clarify.
he-
The safe bet where he says, I suppose we're gonna safe, okay.
So yeah, he supports Wigan, and he's going to be refereeing this derby, and not just the derby, but the FA Cup final. So, what do you think about this decision? Do you have any thoughts on this referee? We
Don't
know
ask
you
me.
said don't ask you, but we want to hear. I mean, are you aware of this referee's name at all? Because honest to God, I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
I'm not worried,
I'm
no.
more worried about the decisions he makes.
Okay.
I mean, no point talking about his past for me. It's whether during the game, the decisions he makes.
Now, I'm going to add on. Now, Ben said about the decisions. Now, based on EPL stats,
Yeah.
apparently this guy loves to give cards. He has given a lot of yellow cards and red cards. And in fact, if you do the average, he gives about 2 yellow cards per game.
Wow. Okay. And but as final is usually quite
Yeah.
you get very tense, right?
Correct.
So, no, I can imagine some players already,
Getting red
cards.
cards?
getting carded. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is Bruno's going to be recorded? Hey, I tell you,
What?
If they're going to wind him up, right? He's going to go crazy,
but I'm pretty sure, as a manager, you'll say, hey,
Yeah.
the people are out to get you also, the tool, lah. You're captain also, be
Yeah.
a captain.
Mm.
Show some.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. But no, my worry is like I say, what the referees, what decisions going to make in terms of like
Yeah.
what he deems as a foul or a dive
Or handball, for
yeah,
example.
handball or
Penalty.
like because nowadays it depends. I see more referees blowing the whistle less actually when doing tackles and everything.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay,
I applaud
Yeah,
that.
and I think
Really.
it's a FIFA thing. They as the years go by, they're deciding, hey, we play on.
Let the game play on.
Yes.
Let the game play. So I think referees are told to, if it's a 50-50, it's a physical game.
Yeah.
Unless it's a clear cut unfair tackle.
Yes.
Not play on. So that may be dangerous. Honestly,
Okay.
outfield
Okay.
for United.
And John, what
Maybe
about you?
dangerous.
I mean, we still have to ask you because you gotta somehow put in the city's perspective.
I'm going to focus on the VAR instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Because if
VAR.
I'm not
Yeah.
wrong, I think I read the article that the VAR is actually David Kut or David Kuti. I have no idea how to pronounce his name.
Okay.
But
Maybe the virtual reality thing has a name.
the
VAR
the
thing.
VAR lah.
Oh, as
yeah,
a person.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you mean the okay.
Oh yeah, the referee
Yeah.
that's in charge of the
okay,
the
The one watching the screens.
Yes,
The
correct.
best part, I always feel that we all are VAR because we're all playing. We all decide also.
No,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah,
No, you're not.
and that's why. Okay, now
that's
that
why
you
true.
mention- That's why.
You saw right?
Yeah, that's why.
We had one episode. I think we mentioned that I think we think that referees should not be in charge of the VAR. Yeah, there was one episode that we talk about that.
Don't forget to watch that one.
Yes, I think it's episode 2. Anyway,
we
yeah,
all are
back-
David Cook.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So David Kut is the VAR, and here's my take on it.
Okay.
I think with him in charge,
Right.
I think we are probably going to be talking about VAR controversy again
Okay.
because of his track record.
Okay.
So I would prefer someone that's more stable, someone that's more decisive
Okay.
in charge. But because they have already decided that David Kut will be
Yeah.
the VAR, I'm expecting a few controversial decisions.
Okay.
In this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to bring up the recent final,
Yes.
okay, a European final sort of thing, only because a lot of compliments for the referee and English as well. Anthony Taylor.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there were a lot. I'm not kidding.
Roma were robbed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There are people who came out to say he did a good job in handling the situation.
Bullshit.
He did a good job in handling the teams, and he did a very good job on being very calm when Jose Mourinho was waiting at the loading bay or the pickup bay, waiting for him just to tell him you screwed up.
I know, I saw the video.
Yeah. So they're saying that Anthony Taylor handled very well, but we're not going to go too much on that controversy. Now we're going to focus on Paul Tierney. Now, do your thing, even though you may not know as much about him, but do you think that as a referee, now who's going to handle the first ever Manchester derby? And we know the Manchester sides from both sides are very loud, as what Ben said. They're going to be very loud. They're going to be very vocal. Then on top of that, you're going to have to face two vocal managers. They are very vocal. They don't just sit on their benches.
Really?
You know, Pep and Eric Ten Hag, they're going to be very vocal about decisions. So do you think that they are going to somehow influence Paul Tierney, or do you think Paul Tierney will stand his ground?
I think he's going to stand his ground.
Wow.
I think it was Dennis.
So you both think he's going to stand his
Because
ground?
it's a final. You
Yeah.
know, he has to be the man, you know.
That official
no
man.
one's gonna
Like it or not, he has his own pride.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think that now this referee, you know, despite everything, he is going to still stand his ground. He's going to make, hopefully, the correct decision.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he knows FIFA is on his side anyways, right? You know.
Yeah. FIFA has to be on his side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
Okay.
don't blame you. We always protect referee first. So.
Now, in terms of external factor, I also want to go to something very important. And I'll tell you now, aside from, you mentioned earlier on, you know, we talked about the VAR, we talked about the referee. Do you think that the people going for the game is going to get their money's worth? Because do you think it's going to extend to penalty?
Nope.
Extra time?
Nope.
No. I like how John's just saying no.
Yeah, because
Nope.
he hopes he's gonna go early. That's like,
I thought
Watch him,
because I thought you were going to say that because he's not going to watch the match at all because Liverpool not inside. I thought you were going there. Yeah, because I probably not watching.
I thought referees are
Chelsea's not
supposed to
there.
be neutral, you know.
I'm not watching because Chelsea not inside. Okay, anyway, so what do you think?
Okay, so I hope not.
Oh, you hope not?
Ideally not.
Okay.
Ideally not, because I can't do it sometimes. Okay, but if they do go, I would say I think Man U has a better chance.
In penalties, really? Oh, you got to be kidding me, man.
Oh.
No,
Are you living in dreamland?
I don't think City are known for the
Wow.
penalties.
Wow.
Oh
City
my
are known for
gosh.
the penalties,
Yeah, anyway, they won't go to penalties because City is going to win them 3-0. So, yeah, so you don't have to worry, man.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
wow,
3-0
wow.
to City. Why not? One from Haaland, one
Okay,
from Foden, one
okay.
from Mahrez. Done.
Okay, so
Game
we're just going to
set.
confirm. John said 3-0
Yes.
to City. And Ben, what are you going to say?
I'll say 2-1 to United.
2-1 to
Because
United.
City scored first.
Oh.
And then say, okay, now we can start.
Right.
Let's go.
Okay.
Now we can start.
Okay, so it's like start.
Okay,
Okay.
Haaland got his goal. Very happy.
okay.
Okay, now let's
Okay,
show
okay.
the young fella. Shut up, every go score.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's what I feel.
Oh.
Okay,
So
we heard
Rashford
it.
and Bruno will score.
Wow.
Ooh, Rashford and Bruno to score.
Or,
Wow.
or maybe Jadon Sancho suddenly turns up and then scores against his
Yeah,
old club.
totally forgot about him. Huh?
Yeah, maybe he suddenly shows up and do his step overs and then scores against his old club. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I just got his feeling. And then you say to United fans, this is next season will be better. I'll be better.
Whatever lah.
But that's been a fun episode so far. I mean,
Yes.
thank you, Ben. I mean, for joining us as
Hey,
well.
no
I mean,
problem.
taking all this instead of 4-2 now become 4-4-3. You know,
I don't-
4-3-3 lah. Hello, eh.
4-3-3.
You know, it
Yeah.
took a lot convincing for you to put me next to someone wearing a jersey. But you know, then when I found
had
out,
to do
then
it,
when I found out he was going to give
Yeah.
his shitty opinions, I mean
Right.
city opinions,
Yeah.
then I was like, okay lah, I give face. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah.
It's been a brilliant one. But now, if you think who will win, just comment. Don't forget to tell us who
Yes.
will win, whether United or City. Do you agree with John, Team John, who says City will win? Or do you agree with Team Afro Ben, who says United will win?
2-1.
Then let us know whether it's 3-0 or 2-1. Yeah, as a referee, supporting Chelsea, I wouldn't watch, so I don't really care. So anyway, good luck to all the teams there. Yeah, so in any case, thank you for joining us in this special episode of 442 Dudes. And of course, thank you to our special guest as well, Afro Ben, for joining us in this special FA Cup final. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. No, yeah, bye. United,
Bye.
City, yeah.
Liverpool.